the nature of the kingdom of God. There's a difference between a country and a kingdom. A country is led by a president. A kingdom is led by a king. In a country, we have a constitution as a manual for leading the country. And in that constitution, there are sets of rules and regulations. Every rule and regulation, laws, before they become a law, they go into the parliament. They are passed on as a bill. After they are debated on, and finally are satisfied with the outcome, then they are signed into a law. But in a kingdom setup, it's not so. In a kingdom, there is no need for parliament. In a kingdom, there is no need for debate. Why? Because whatever a king says in a kingdom is law and order. In a country setup, when the president comes and says, I don't like how Beatrice looks, kill her, they'll ask why. Because the word of the president in a country is not law and it's not order. But in a kingdom, when the king comes and says, I don't like how you look, kill this person. If you say why, the person that say why dies also. Because in a kingdom, nobody argues with what the king says. This is why God is not just a king, no, he's a king of kings. In other words, what God speaks, nobody can argue with it. And this is why we call him Yahweh. Because when he wants to bless a person, he does not need to take permission from any person. He doesn't need anyone to look at you and qualify you for him to bless you. He does as he wills and nobody questions his word. God can come and just say, I want to bless this sister, I want to bless this brother. Not because you are intelligent, not because you are good looking, not because you got a good job or good credentials, no. But God blesses you as he wills and nobody can argue. Nobody can say nothing because his word is law and his order. And now in the same kingdom, after a king, there is what we call a prince and a princess. According to God's order, you don't live by the government. You live by a set of words that come from the king's mouth. And so according to God's standard, you are a prince and a princess. And so when we talk about godliness, we are talking about you reflecting the nature of the kingdom you come from, not a country. In a kingdom, what a prince says, what a princess says is as good as the king has said. If you disobey a king, a prince in a kingdom, you disobey a princess is as good as you disobeyed your king. So in the kingdom of God, when God is not saying anything and you decide to speak, your word is as good as God has spoken. And so in this world, God expects you to reflect his nature. He wants you to talk like him. He wants you to reason like him. He wants you to rule like him. He wants you to see things the way he sees them. Because when God is saying nothing, you must be saying something. And that's why when people prayed in the time of Elijah the prophet for rain to come down after 3.5 years of drought, when the rain was not coming down, Elijah came and he said, by my word, by my word. There was a time there was even hunger in that land and God was not saying nothing, and the prophets and people had prayed and nothing was happening. Again the same prophet came and he said, by my word, by this time tomorrow. By my word. He didn't say by the word of the Lord. No. By my word. Can I tell you something? A person that understands that they are from a kingdom, they understand the kind of value their words have. They don't talk anyhow. Because anything they say becomes law and order. Eat from coming into your family. You can forbid them. Not because you are, some type of a human, no, but because you understand that you are coming from a kingdom where when God is not speaking, when you say, your word is as good as his word. Let's exercise this. Say, I bless my family. Come on, speak like you mean. Say, I bless my family. I bless all my brothers. I bless all my sisters. Say, as I've spoken, so shall it be. Yes.